And then what we can do is we provide those options to parents. And we provide a strategically developed, diverse portfolio of school options for them to choose from, and then we allow those parents to choose which public school they want to go to. And those schools are individually held accountable for very specific results. Now, this can be done in a lot of different ways. The way it's happening right now in St. Louis is the charter public school model. And right now, approximately one out of every 5 public school students in the city is attending a charter school. So whether you're for them or against them, there's a big stake in that right now. And so the work that my association is trying to do, and has started to do over the last year or so, is to really focus on quality, increasing the quality of existing schools and ensuring the quality of new schools. And that's a big task, and we're working with the schools. We represent the schools. But that's something that's coming from that level, and that those schools want to do better for their students. But the things that I want to, just leave you with as we start moving forward is when parents who, for whatever reason, maybe they can't afford to, access a private school option, which in St. Louis is, world famous for how many people go to private schools, or they can't move out into the suburbs or move to another district, the parents who stay here and are assigned a school, whether they like it or not, have one option right now, and that's a charter school. And so that's just something I want to leave you with. And right now, 7,700 roughly students are attending them, and that's 20%, 19.4. But we'll round up, even though I should round it down to 19. But 20 sounds better. And this is a charter school discussion, so we round up to 20. Anyways, so what I'd like to do is introduce our panel here, because they're going to be the ones that inform us on this discussion, and I appreciate you, letting me stand on my soapbox for a moment and chat a little bit about what I think about public ed. So I'm going to ask each of our panelists to provide a short introduction to who they are and what their organization is. We have Dr. Doug Thaman, who's the Central Regional Manager for the National Association of Charter School Authorizers, commonly referred to as NACSA. We have Sherry Shannon, who's the Superintendent of University Academy, which is a charter school in Kansas City. We have Dr. Jennifer Sneed, who's Senior Vice President of the Charter Schools Institute of New York at the State University of New York, and Kathy Lund, who's the Senior Program Officer with the Walton Family Foundation. So, Doug, I'm going to ask you just briefly if each of you could just give a quick summary of who you are and where you're coming from.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Appreciate the opportunity to participate today and to meet many of you and see some familiar faces. My name is Doug Thaman, and I am with the National Association of Charter School Authorizers, which is a mouthful and which is why we often do refer to it as NACSA. NACSA's focus is on quality and quality schools, and our mission is to achieve quality schools through quality sponsorship and quality authorizing. And so it is our belief and the focus of our work that direct assistance, support to sponsors, to authorizers, will in fact improve the quality of the education in the school. And so as David was speaking to, NACSA has been engaged to identify Missouri as a priority state, which, being that St. Louis is my hometown, I was very excited about, and work with the sponsors in St. Louis and in Kansas City on their practices, on holding the schools accountable, on improving the quality of their schools, on making sure that the schools actually are living up to their agreements, and making sure that the commitments they've made to the students are actually in place and actually being addressed. And we are continuing to work with our sponsors through that. A few different ways we're doing that. One is through doing some strategic planning, some leadership planning with our sponsors. We're also working with our sponsors on developing model documents and procedures so that when it comes to performing school site visits and evaluations and inspections and considering whether a school should be renewed, the sponsors have the materials and the procedures they need and the capacity they need to do that work. We're also working with new sponsors. Right now working with Washington University and St. Louis University, University of Missouri-Columbia, who just became a sponsor of a school in Kansas City, and working with them on developing their sponsoring practices and, again, ensuring that the quality is there, that as sponsors who have many other